A historic weekend in a historic racing city was given the event it deserved as an absolute blockbuster unfolded in Le Mans for round 5 of the 2023 championship. Marco Bezzecchi wrote his name into the history books as the winner of the 1000th Grand Prix, with Jorge Martin and Johann Zarco joining him on the podium after sensational rides. There was drama everywhere you looked on track, and you may not have caught all the action, so these are your other battles from an incident-packed Shark Grand Prix of France. There was plenty of anticipation from the crowd as home heroes Fabio Quartararo and Johann Zarco lined up on the grid, hoping to give their loyal fans something to cheer about. The two battled one another in the early exchanges, with Quartararo getting through on his compatriot just a few laps in, but he immediately ran it wide and coughed up a couple of positions. The 2021 world champion then couldn't match the pace of the riders ahead and had to settle for a 7th place finish. For Zarco, a less than ideal start had him mired in mid-pack, and it didn't get better after being shunted wide by Alex Marquez, something which earned the Gresini rider a 3-place grid penalty next time out. Eventually, the Prima Pramac man settled into a rhythm and worked his way through the field before picking off Jack Miller around the halfway mark, while Marc Marquez's late crash promoted him onto the podium places, sparking wild celebrations from the home fans. The opening laps of the French Grand Prix were frantic, with Luca Marini and Maverick Viñales battling hard just outside the top 3 places. Top Gun tried a few moves before eventually getting by the Italian, but it was only moments before disaster as Maverick and Pecco Bagnaia collided coming into turn 12 and bouncing both into the gravel, while 1 lap later Marini's spectacular save was quickly undone as Alex Marquez couldn't get out of the way fast enough and wiped the 2 riders out of contention. It was a day to remember for the class's sole rookie Augusto Fernandez, with the Gas Tech 3 rider recording his best ever result with a P4 finish. Despite losing out in an early battle to eventual podium finisher Zarco on lap 6, the Majorcan put in an excellent ride throughout the day, and even after Aleix Espargaro had managed to move by a fading Jack Miller, he tried to get the hooks into the RC16 ahead of him, but to Fernandez's credit, he showed a maturity beyond his 5 Premier Class appearances so far to hold strong for 4th, even as the Aprilia rider met attempts on the position. For the other RC16s, Sunday proved a trickier affair. Having led the race, Jack Miller's day ended in disappointment after crashing out, while Brad Binder had to launch a comeback ride. The South African was pushed wide after the first lap incident involving Alex Marquez, dropping him to P16. However, the number 33 went about his work undeterred, scything his way through the pack before moving past Fabio Quartararo for P9 on lap 9. More adversity was to come the way of Binder as he got his manoeuvre on teammate Miller wrong, and adjudged to have gained an advantage after going off track, he was handed a long lap penalty. Upon completion, he slipped back in behind Quartararo, but once again got the better of the Yamaha rider at turn 1 with just a few laps remaining as he completed a superb Sunday ride to come home 6th. A blockbuster event marked the 1000 GP milestone in France, and after 5 cracking rounds of action, teams and riders can now look forward to a 3-week break before hitting the tarmac again. Once we return, Mugello and the Italian GP awaits in mid-June, and we'll see you then for Grand Prix number 1001.